today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
They claim their mother is a raging alcoholic.
She was bleeding everywhere, saying, I don't remember how I cut my finger off.
That's an amputation.
But she and her boyfriend don't think there's a problem.
You said, I am not an alcoholic.
It's my choice to drink. She drinks only in the afternoons.
You are absolutely ridiculous if you're living through this and telling her she's not an alcoholic. What the hell are you thinking? Today's going to be a changing day in your life. You've never had anybody working harder to bring you to the threshold of change than right now. Okay, now these siblings say it has been months since they've seen their mother, Tracy, and they have even banned her from seeing her grandchildren. Why? Well, because they claim their mother is a raging alcoholic who passes out in bars and has even cut the top of her finger off while blackout drunk. Now, Tracy admits that she likes to drink, but says she's just living her life and is absolutely not an alcoholic. She just says it's her time to shine. Now, her children say they want their mother in their lives, but are ready to cut her out for good if things don't change today. Take a look.
Mom! Mom! My mom's drinking has destroyed our family.
Mom! My mom drinks every day.
When my mom drinks, she gets sloppy drunk.
She gets very mean and judgmental. When she's drunk, she'll call me a bitch and blame everything on me.
My mom will never admit she's an alcoholic. She says that she can stop drinking tomorrow if she wanted to. My mom has told me now that we're all grown up, it's her time to live her life. So she's living the life, getting drunk. Her drinking started when she got together with Jeff. He's a social drinker, and she tries to keep up with him, and she ends up passed out face down at the bar.
There was one night that Jeff and my mom were drinking, and the next morning she called me panicking on video chat. She had cut off the tip of her finger. She was so drunk that she didn't remember how. We've called welfare checks several times on my mom. My mama was stumbling to the bathroom, and I don't think she realized my daughter was right behind her because she was worried, and she grabbed the door and slammed it right in her fingers. My mom hasn't seen the girls since that night. I would love for my daughters to have a relationship with her, but she can't because she drinks so much and she's a danger to them.
I'm angry that she chooses drinking over spending time with her kids and her grandkids. My mom, when she's drunk, she's just frantic, emotional. She threatens suicide. She says that she wants to be in heaven, that everyone would be happier if she was gone. If you don't stop drinking, you're gonna lose all of us for good.
Okay, guys, you have no doubt that your mother is an alcoholic, right?
No doubt at all.
No doubt.
None whatsoever.
No.
Now, she is adamant. You know, we've talked to her.
Yeah.
I've listened to every word that she said, read every word in her pre-interviews, everything. She is adamant that she's not an alcoholic. She's adamant. She says she drinks. Sometimes she abuses alcohol, but she's not an alcoholic, not an issue. You guys are just full of it. You're just making a big deal out of nothing.
She's in denial.
Now, we've got some pictures of her here. This doesn't look like nothing to me. I mean, she's passed out here. You couldn't wake her up in these. This is 3 years ago, 2 years ago, last summer. How did she lose the end of her finger? Car door?
She doesn't even remember. She's guessing from a vehicle door, but she's just guessing because she doesn't remember. It was the night her and Jeff went out drinking, and the next morning I got a video call from her, and she was frantic and bleeding everywhere, saying, Marina, I don't remember how I cut my finger off, and...
You know, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
We've kind of blurred that so y'all don't throw up in your seats, but I've seen the real I mean, that got into the meat.
Yeah. Oh, it was bad.
She cut her finger off.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she slammed her finger in the car door.
You don't know.
She doesn't know either.
No,
Nobody
she
knows.
doesn't know either.
Because that's an amputation.
Oh, yeah.
Tony says his mother, Tracy, refuses to admit that she has an alcohol problem. And until she does, she cannot be around his 6-month-old daughter. Now, she's made a big deal out of this. And as a grandparent, let me tell you, I'm probably should recuse myself from that aspect of it, because I think withholding a grandchild from a grandparent is a high crime and misdemeanor here. So that's not something that I would favor ever, unless there's a reason that that grandparent is toxic and bringing something into that child's life that really is not in their best interest. Take a look.
I do believe my mom is an alcoholic. It's gotten to the point where we've had to cut connection with her. A lot of the times I used to have to drive because she would be too drunk still in the morning from the night before. She would reek of alcohol, and I can't physically let her see my daughter because it's not good to have a grandmother who's constantly drunk and swearing. When my daughter was born, my mom called me, pretty much threatened to commit suicide over the fact that she was not the first to hold my baby. She pretty much went into a drunken rage for the next couple days. I ended up calling the police, and the cop that went there said that she blew a .30, and she was very belligerent and obnoxious, and she was groping the police officer, and the cop said my mom should be legally dead. When my baby was born, we had very simple rules. We didn't want her smelling like smoke, and we didn't want her smelling like alcohol from anyone coming to visit. My mom did every single one of those. When she posted a picture without our consent on social media of my baby in a bathrobe, I called her out on it. She called me pathetic, made a whole post how we were keeping our daughter away from her, and just about everyone called us bad parents and that we shouldn't even be parents yet. We were too young. I have not let her see my daughter since that whole thing happened. If our children aren't enough for her to stop drinking, then I don't see any reason for her to stay in our life.
Okay, Tony, thanks for being here. Now, this wasn't just all about posting a picture, right? She's showing up smelling of alcohol, smelling of smoke. And this is just not something that you're comfortable with your child being around.
Correct. She didn't follow any of the rules that we had set for anyone coming in our house, and she pretty much said that since she was the grandmother that she didn't really have to do any of it, that she has like kind of authority over it all.
Right, and your concern is that if she's a drunk, that's going to spill over and put your child at risk.
Yep.
Do you have any doubt that she's an alcoholic here?
I have no doubt that she has a drinking problem and won't admit it.
Do you have any doubt that she's an alcoholic?
Nope, no doubt.
Okay, because you substituted drinking problem in there.
I have no doubt she's an alcoholic.
Okay, let me tell you why I'm picking on that, because we're getting ready to bring out her boyfriend. We're getting ready to bring her out, and I need to know where you guys stand.
She's an alcoholic.
Just the things that she admits. If we take away everything you guys know that she doesn't admit, and we just look at the things that she admits, she is a terrible alcoholic. I mean, she's blowing .30. You can wind up dead. At .35, it's likely. So, I mean, this is serious. Yeah. Now, we're going to meet the man that Tracy's children call her biggest enabler. Now, this is her boyfriend, Jeff. Now, he may not only be her biggest enabler, he may be her biggest trigger. They say he's been drinking with Tracy almost every day for the past 5 years because he doesn't believe she's an alcoholic. Well, we're going to find out what his definition of that is when we come back.
I do not think that Tracy is an alcoholic. Tracy drinks until she passes out. When she gets to a certain point, I'll say, okay, babe girl, you need to slow down. She gets mad at me and just says no, and just drinks more.
And later,
everybody thinks she's an alcoholic. It's not like she gets up in the morning and starts drinking.
Alcoholism is not defined by the time of day that you drink.
My mom's drinking definitely got worse when she started dating Jeff. I think Jeff is definitely an enabler to my mom with her drinking because he drinks every day. She's not gonna sit there and not drink when he's there drinking.
You remember that one time that they ended up drinking and driving and they got pulled over and Mom told Jeff, let's switch seats so I don't get in trouble for drinking and driving. They're protecting each other and that doesn't help anything.
Tracy's children all agree that 5 years ago, when their mother met her boyfriend Jeff, her drinking escalated. Now, Jeff says he does not believe that he enables Tracy's drinking. In fact, he claims that he has tried to teach her how to control her liquor.
Tracy and I have been together for 5 years. She has really changed my life. Tracy's relationship with her children has gotten worse since we have started dating because before she was never a drinker and now she is drinking. I do not think that Tracy is an alcoholic. Tracy drinks pretty much every night, 1 to 3 vodkas, and if she's had a bad day, she drinks more. She drinks 3 to 5. But on Sundays, you know, she might get up in the morning and have a Bloody Mary or 2.
It's the way that she gets when she's drinking that is a problem.
She's fighting with her kids. She drinks until she passes out. When she gets to a certain point, I'll say, okay, babe girl, you need to slow down. She gets mad at me and just says no, and just drinks more. Tracy has threatened suicide to her kids. Will Tracy ever do it? No, she'll never do it. Why does she say it? Maybe she just thinks that her kids will give her more attention. I hope Dr. Phil can bring the family back together.
Well, I hope so too. And thanks for being here, because you didn't have to do this.
Right.
Do you really think she's not an alcoholic? Do you really think that she's not drinking at a dysfunctional level?
I do not think that she's an alcoholic because I consider an alcoholic that gets up in the morning and needs alcohol at 5 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. She drinks only in the afternoons.
I have a text message from her saying she didn't drink for a couple days and she got headaches and that it was from withdrawals, from alcohol withdrawals. That is an alcoholic.
To me, someone has a problem with alcohol, they have an alcohol addiction, if they are abusing it, they're dependent on it, they show withdrawal if it's taken away from them, if any substance whatsoever interferes with the healthy pursuit of healthy goals, then that's change-worthy behavior. That's a problem.
I work with my mom, and I've seen her stop at the gas station after work and get a beer. Get one of those big cans.
Yeah, but it's not like she has to get up in the morning and start drinking.
I don't understand your logic here. The woman is drinking to the point that she has withdrawal if she doesn't drink. She has cut the end of her finger off. I mean...
We've done welfare checks on her multiple.
In one of her welfare checks last year, she blew a .30 blood alcohol content. That is in urgent medical emergency range. And I'm curious, do you care about her?
Yes, I love her.
If you love her, why would you not want to protect her from herself?
I do protect her to where I have her slow down on drinking.
You say that she's drunk almost every night and then passes out. True?
True.
So you can drink every night to the point that you pass out, and that would fall in the normal category for you, as opposed to abnormal.
Well, not the normal category, but it's just in the afternoon, you know, when she comes home and drinks. You know, it's not like she, you know, everybody thinks she's an alcoholic. It's not like she gets up in the morning and starts drinking.
Okay, let me disabuse you of something here. Alcoholism is not defined by the time of day that you drink. So I need to disabuse you of the fact that you don't need to wake up and start drinking, which, by the way, she does a lot of times, right? She gets up in the morning and
No.
has Bloody Marys.
Well, only on Sundays.
Oh, well, okay. But then she'll wake up and have one or maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, like on the weekend, like on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Tracy claims she is not an alcoholic. And apparently they tell each other this at home. She admits at times she hits the sauce hard. That's her quote. But that's only because she says her children treat her so horribly. We're going to meet her next and find out what her definition of alcoholism is.
I would not call myself an alcoholic, but I try to numb the way my children make me feel. I've went days and days without drinking. For example, Monday I did not drink anything. Tuesday I had 3 beers and a couple vodka and lemonades. Wednesday I went a little overboard, and Thursday I couldn't even tell you how many I had to drink.
And later, this is what you drink in 6 months. Here's what you drink in a year. But she's not doing it in the morning, so.
So everything's okay then.
Tracy's children, Tony, Marina, and Ashley, say their mother is an alcoholic. Tracy says that is not true, and that her children are trying to make her look bad because she refuses to give them any more money.
My family is broken. My kids treat me like garbage. My children are disrespectful. If they don't get their way, then they use my grandchildren against me and try to make me feel guilty. This is my time to shine. Since 17 years old, I've never been without children. They need to understand that I have a life of my own. When I met my boyfriend, Jeff, he taught me a lot of good times in life. You'd think that they would want mom to be happy. I would not call myself an alcoholic, but I do abuse it to try to numb the way my children make me feel. I know that I can quit drinking because it's all a choice for me, and I've went days and days without drinking. For example, Monday I did not drink anything. Tuesday I had 3 beers and a couple vodka and lemonades. Wednesday I went a little overboard, and Thursday I couldn't even tell you how many I had to drink. Every single one of my kids has threatened to take my grandchildren away. I have to be somebody I'm not. Either you love me for who I am or you don't. That makes me want to drink even more. The lack of trust angers me tremendously. The last time that I saw Tony's daughter, Kinley, was the beginning of October. When I posted a picture of Kinley, that started a huge war. All I want to do is shower with love and gifts and kisses and spend time with her, and he's denying me that. And as far as Marina and my granddaughters, I couldn't even tell you how long it's been since I've seen them. When we get into an argument, I'll say, you guys will be happier if I was dead, and their perception is, oh my God, mom's suicidal. No. If I could say one thing to my children, it would be, if family is so important to you, then why are you judging me? What happens in my life is my business. I'm all you have.
Okay, you're right, the last thing you said. What you do is your business. You say they're just being judgmental. And kids don't get to tell their parents what to do, but do you think your kids love you?
I do.
Why would they be saying these things about you and to you if they didn't believe them?
I think it's more of a control issue in what I do in my life.
And you say you're not an alcoholic. In your submission tape, you said, I am not, absolutely am not an alcoholic.
Okay, well, to me, an alcoholic is somebody that has to have that drink.
In the morning?
No, at any time.
Are you looking at me?
Well, he
I
gave us
said
his
an alcoholic
definition. He
is in
says
the
you don't
morning.
drink in the morning, so you're not an alcoholic. You do drink it some mornings.
Well, if it's Bloody Sunday, but not till 10:30.
Yeah, because your brain doesn't know how much alcohol it's getting, what time of day it is. It just gets the alcohol. Well, let me go over this with you. You said that you have withdrawal symptoms if you go 2 days without drinking. You said you have headaches, and
Who said I said that?
you said that.
Well, then I must have said that when I was drunk.
Actually,
You
you said it in a text. Ashley, well, you could come here, laugh out loud. Tracy, no, I'll pass too far. I already started drinking, and I haven't had booze, beer since I kicked Jeff out Tuesday. I've had a headache daily, so I'm sure it was withdrawals, laugh out loud.
Well, I don't know.
In August of 2019, they came and checked on you, and your blood alcohol content was 0.30.
That was a wake-up call, and that's when I stopped drinking whiskey, so I scared myself.
Yeah, 0.30 is very dangerous.
I know.
You say that you have driven drunk multiple times. In 2012, you got a ticket for open intoxicants in the car. You say you pass out in bars. You say you cut your fingertip off while you were intoxicated. You think you caught it in the car door, but you're not sure.
Well, I know it was caught in the truck door.
Now, if I wake up in the morning and part of my finger's gone,
But everything you're saying is like 3 years plus ago.
no, 12/19 is not 3 years ago.
From what?
The wellness check.
Well, I don't know how to deal with the pain that my kids put me through, so.
Okay. No, actually you do. You're self-medicating.
Right?
You say you drink the equivalent of 13.5 shots.
Well, I never counted it by shots, but.
Well, I did. Annually, that's 4,212 shots. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. You have a history of addiction with Vicodin and marijuana, and you said you drink 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And your average alcohol consumption daily, you say you drink the equivalent of 13.5 shots.
Well, I never counted it by shots, but.
Well, I did.
I figured.
So weekly, that's 81 shots. Monthly, that's 351 shots. Annually, that's 4,212 shots, or 6,318 ounces. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. Now, I was conservative in my count, but this is your description, not theirs or mine. This is your description. This is what you drink in 6 months. Here's what you drink in a year. Well, I didn't bring out the beer. This is just the alcohol, the hard liquor. These are 32 ounces, and you're drinking 2/3 of this a day.
2/3 pure alcohol.
But she's not doing it in the morning, so
everything's okay then.
no problem. 2/3 of this a day. And you want to tell
Of
me...
straight liquor.
Yeah.
You can sometimes drink a whole bottle, Mom.
Now, come on. Seriously?
That's when I drink that much every day.
We did our first interview with you at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even remember it.
Yes, I do. I don't remember talking to another one later. But that was Thursday. Well, I'm just saying, I didn't drink Monday.
Tuesday, you said you had 3 beers and 2 vodka lemonades. Wednesday, you just got out of control. Thursday, you don't even remember.
I need different coping skills because that's not how I want to be. I don't want to be drunk.
You say that you're doing it because of them.
I own it. I'm doing it.
It
But the
doesn't
pain
matter
that
why.
I'm feeling, how they make me feel, is why I do it. But I already said that. I own it. It's my choice to drink.
You're making the choice to kill yourself with alcohol.
Because I don't know any other way.
And you are absolutely ridiculous if you're living through this and telling her she's not an alcoholic. What the hell are you thinking? If you care about her, and you care about her future, and you care about her health, and you care about her family, why are you not telling her the truth?
Oh, the way I look at it, I think she's not.
That's idiotic. You can't believe that.
Oh, I do.
Just based on what you admit, not what others allege, but just on what you admit, You are a severe alcoholic. You're not a borderline alcoholic. You're not maybe yes, maybe no. You are a severe alcoholic, which means you're putting your health and well-being at risk. And the fact that you're not telling her the truth, you're either clueless or just simply don't want to disrupt the apple cart here and lose your drinking buddy. I don't know what is going on with you. And look, it's not just Tracy's family who thinks that she has a problem with drinking. Her coworkers say she's even had to take a breathalyzer at work. We'll be right back.
My children expect me to pay for whatever they want because I'm mom. Recently, I got a settlement for a lot of money. My youngest two, Tony and Marina, were all over it. I gave them $5,000 to $6,000 for Tony. He's always been on my phone bill. I said, I want you to get on your own plan. He'd say, well, I can't afford it. And I said, well, I can't afford it either. He'd say, well, I can't send pictures of Kinley then. And that's what really irritates me about my children and pisses me off.
Tracy says she has normal drinking days and days where she admits that she, quote, hits the sauce hard. You saying you kind of have a drinking problem would be like me saying I kind of have thinning hair. You know, I don't kind of have thinning hair, and you don't kind of have a drinking problem. I got a couple statements from Tracy's coworkers. End of January, coworker number one. I work with Tracy. She's very toxic at work. One of the biggest issues is that she always comes to work smelling like alcohol. Other days, she will claim that she can drink a whole bottle of liquor and come to work the next day fine. Coworker number two, ever since she started, she hasn't been shy about her alcohol usage, always talking about going to bars every day after work. She even has said she gets so drunk where she blacks out and doesn't remember getting home. The days that she reeks of alcohol, anyone who is working near her that day complains. People that drink to the point of kind of being checked out, either blacked out or oblivious to what's going on around them, you miss a lot of what happens. You're not aware of it. If you ever were able to see like a video of it, if somebody followed you around with a camera for a month or so and then you looked at it, you'd go, whoa, wow, I didn't realize that I was being that way. And loved ones would tell you that.
Oh, you look.
Yeah.
He does tell me when I overindulge.
You said, and I quote, "It's my time to shine."
Mm-hmm.
And I look at this. This doesn't look very shiny. 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 You're right. It's your time to shine.
Those are not recent ones.
You should be healthy. You should be happy. You should have these grandchildren climbing you like a jungle gym.
Right.
You should be enjoying every bit of that, and you're choosing to stay drunk instead.
No, they're choosing to take my grandkids away from me.
You are choosing to stay drunk and choose drinking over spending time with us and our kids.
He won't tell you the truth. I have no reason to lie to you, and it's not too late. We were all somebody else yesterday, and you can be somebody else tomorrow. The question is, are you willing to absolutely declare what you want for the rest of your life? And I have a pivotal question for you right after the break. Before we took a break, I said that I had a really pivotal question for Tracy. you need to decide if you're going to write a script for the rest of your life, what do you want that script to be? And I don't want you to just get sober. I want you to get sober and heal everything else that goes along with it. And they have ownership in the relationship part of this as well. Now, I've asked some people to come here today. The clinical outreach director of New Method Wellness is Brooke McKenzie. Brooke, say hello.
Hi, Tracy.
And clinical director, Deanna Crosby, say hi.
Hi, Tracy.
Is here today. And New Method Wellness is a substance abuse treatment center that's located in an oceanfront. This place is unbelievable, in San Juan Capistrano. And this is a really great program. It provides an array of treatment programs, and it's catered to each client's needs with an emphasis on what is called dual diagnosis. And what that means is they don't just deal with addiction, they deal with all of the co-occurring, comorbid psychological issues that go along with it. The relationship issues, the family issues, any kind of depression, anxiety, whatever is going on, so that you don't have things triggering your self-medication once you get that out of your life and out of your system. She is a perfect candidate for what y'all do. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Tracy, I think one of the things I want to share with you is we're not here to tell you that you're an alcoholic. We're here to help you change your life fundamentally, right? And to start the process of healing from the pain that you're living in and to unify this family.
At New Method Wellness, we want to show you at New Method Wellness how to have your best life. This isn't about the drinking. This is about having your best life possible. I think you could make your dreams come true.
That's why I said this is about creating a script for the rest of your life, and it's about healing these relationships and yourself and having what I know you want. It is your time to shine.
I work.
Yeah. Take off.
Really?
No, yeah, really.
Bills to pay.
Take off. If you got the flu, if you got some kind of illness, you would have time to be sick. Take time to be well.
If I don't work, I can't pay my bills.
Pardon me?
If I don't work, I can't pay my bills.
I understand. You're saying your job? Let me tell you, your job wants you to get help. Trust me. You'd be astounded what they would be willing to do.
Right.
You have to be willing to lean into this and find a way to make it work. And you have a lot of help in finding a way to make it work.
Right.
Us, them, everybody helping you make it work, whether it's talking to your work, whatever, doing whatever we have to do to make this work. But you have to be willing to say, I'm going to take the time to be well. I'm a realist. I live in the real world. I understand what you're talking about.
I know, I've been watching you a long time, Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
I am willing to go, but you got to help me take care of, make sure I don't lose my apartment, my job.
We'll help you every way we can. But you got to show up and lean forward, and I mean really lean forward.
Well, you're not going to have a problem with that, so.
Okay. All right. We're going to meet a woman who wants to turn back the clock before her next birthday. Can she do it? Well, we'll find out next.
I have a very full life. I get to take my son to tennis practices, tournaments. I get to take care of my family. My husband is amazing. I'm just very blessed and very lucky. The one thing that holds me back in my life is my complexion. I just don't have that youthful look that I used to have. I noticed my skin was changing when we lived in Arizona. It was constantly dry. So when I moved to California, it started getting worse. What I see is this line I call the Grand Canyon and the rivers that run through it on my forehead. First thing in the morning, I don't even wash my face. All I do is put a little bit of almond oil on it. Before I go to bed, I use a basic cleanser. As I approach 50, I know there's got to be products out there that can help you look younger. Shoot, let's even go for 40. I believe it can happen.
Well, when the skincare company Olay heard about Angel's concerns, they sent their beauty expert to help out.
Angel, I hear you're seeing some changes to your skin.
I am. My skin is so dry, I need help.
I have a product that I think will help a lot with your skin issues. This is Olay's new Wrinkle Correction Serum. This has the power to renew 1 million skin cells with just one drop. This will give your skin a boost of energy to rejuvenate it and treat those stubborn wrinkles. Are you ready to try it out?
I am.
Rub it in so you can feel the texture. How does it feel?
It's
right?
smooth, it's silky, it's light.
So in addition to using a serum, it's so important to also use a good moisturizer. I love Retinol 24. These two products together are a 1-2 punch to renew surface cells, improving the appearance of wrinkles and hydrating your skin to make it appear brighter and smoother.
If you can do all that, maybe it'll make me age backwards.
Let's go, let's get it.
All right. Well, Angel, thanks for being here. And also joining me is beauty expert Nicole Isaacs, spokesperson for Olay. Thank you both. So, Angel, you mentioned that you'll be 50 in a few months. Some people have concerns about hitting that big 50. Do you?
I do. I've been analyzing my life and what I've done so far and what I want to keep doing. I'm hoping that I can physically stay strong and stay healthy and to keep moving forward.
Yeah, I don't even remember 50. But many people find they are living their best lives starting at 50. And, you know, your children leave the nest. You have more time for yourself, for you and your husband to enjoy things. And staying active is not only good for your body, it's also good for your mental and emotional well-being. You mentioned having lived in very dry climates, and you feel that had a negative effect on you, right?
It has. The sun, the excessive heat, it's damaged my skin. But it was until I met Nicole and she got me on this great skincare routine.
Well, as a beauty expert, tell us more about how you helped Angel out.
So Dr. Phil, Angel's biggest concern was her aging skin and wrinkles, primarily from lack of moisture. So when your skin is dry, your wrinkles are more pronounced. So by introducing her to a routine with a great serum and moisturizer, we got Angel and her skin back on track to looking and feeling her best. So Angel, it's now been 5 days. Have you been keeping up with the routine?
I have, and I'm so happy to be on a routine, and I am feeling a difference.
Amazing. And if you stick with it, these two products can transform your skin in just 28 days.
28 days. What do you think of that?
That sounds amazing. I'm definitely going to be using these products because by my 50th birthday, I want to look 40 again.
Yeah, girl. You can get both products at Olay.com, but Angel, to make sure you stay on track, Olay is giving you a year supply of both.
Yes.
And audience Olay didn't forget about you. They're sending you home with both skincare products as well. I want to thank all of my guests today, and a special thanks to Nicole Isaacs. Now, before I go, I wanted to share a comment I received from Allison on Facebook. She wrote, "How can you be calm during some of the shows that you do?" Well, yeah, good question. Allison, people come with all kinds of issues, struggles, and conflicts, and somebody has to be the adult in the room. But I promise, if you could read the bubble over my head sometimes, you would be shocked. Robin always says I need to do the last show on cable so I can say what I'm really thinking. So maybe I'll do that. Keep those Facebook comments and posts on Instagram and Twitter coming. I do read them. I love reading them and seeing what you guys have to say. I'll see you next time.